Oh, welcome back to week 2. We're going to move a little quicker this week. I want to teach you 2.5 major and useful features. The first thing I'm going to teach you is something called layer masks. They're erasers, and then I want to show you how to use them creatively. Incredibly fun. You're looking at an example right now. Here's a photo that we took, my wife and I, when my daughter Chloe graduated high school. So this is the announcement card that we sent. But how did I get her to fly through the air, and how can you do something like this in 5 minutes or less? Today you will learn it. Lots of great ways to use this technique. The second thing I want to teach you is I want to run through some of the blending modes. Blend modes that are in Photoshop. They're mostly useful in the layers, but they're also useful in brushes. I'm going to walk you through blend modes. And then quickly, the half is I'm going to show you how to make a custom brush. For example, your signature. All right, here we go. You're looking at this example. Let me show you the 2 photos that began this journey. There's the original photograph. She's laying on top of our pool equipment box. It's just a little cabinet. My camera's on a tripod. I took a picture of her on the cabinet, and then I took another picture without her on the cabinet. In fact, none of us were there. But you'll notice that the tripod hasn't moved. I've got 2 photos. That's all I need. I'm in Bridge, and I'm going to show you an easy way to take 2 photos into Bridge, or into Photoshop from Bridge, as 2 layers. I've got both of my images in Bridge. Shift click, or Command click, Mac, Control click on the PC. I've shift clicked it. Tools menu, Photoshop. I mentioned they're married. Here's where she types his honeydew list. Photoshop, they're married. Bridge in Photoshop. Oh honey, yes dear, would you load these files into Photoshop as layers? Get a good look. Load files in Photoshop as layers. And I let go. And I have a handout that will show you 4 ways to combine photos for compositing in Photoshop. There are 4 ways. Way number 1 is the way I just did it. It's the easy way. And I'm vamping while Bridge and Photoshop are taking care of business here. They're loving each other up. So if you will email me and say, I want the 4 ways handout, I'll send it to you. You still have my email, right, from week 1? Email me, Rick Burress, RickBurress @gmail.com, and I will send you my 4 ways handout. Here it is. You can see that one image has her on the box and one image doesn't. What I need to do is to erase the box. Now, if you're really going to erase the box with the eraser tool, I wouldn't do that. In fact, I never use the eraser tool. The eraser tool in Photoshop is for chumps. It's destructive. When you erase with those tools, those pixels are gone forever. They're in pixel heaven and you can't get them back. The better way is to use something called layer masks. You click on a layer. Now, by the way, I've got a couple of layers in here. Who's who? I turned off the bottom one. I don't need it, but I've got 2 layers. One is, right, the image on top. Now, how can you tell which one is on top? Look at layers. Layers are nothing more than stacks. There's a piece of paper or photograph on the table, and there's another piece on top of it. Which one is on top? As you see it in layers, it's the one on top. The one on top is the one on top. Easy. Now, I didn't create any layers, but Bridge took care of that business for me. I'm highlighting, just clicking, highlighting the first layer, and I'm going to add a layer mask. If you look at the bottom of the layers panel right here, it looks like a hole in a piece of cardboard. Add layer mask. Click. I do. And this little white additional box shows up connected to, linked. It's a link. Chain link, linked to this image. And here's the way it works, and you're going to write this down starting now. I hit the letter D on my keyboard, and that ensures that my brush colors are set to default white on black. Now you can do that without hitting the letter D by just hovering over this little nubbin right here, but the letter D is the shortcut. So I hit D. Why? Because I want black and white. Why do you want black and white when you do a layer mask? Because black erases, white shows it back again. I think of it this way. Lights on and lights off. When it's pitch black in your home, in your neighborhood, when it's pitch black, you can't see. But when the lights turn on, you can see. Black is lights off. You can't see it. But when you paint with white, it's lights on. Watch. I'm gonna paint with white where I want to see. Well, I already see it all. Look, in fact, my layer mask shows me it's pure white. Oh, well, then I have to hit the light switch. And that is the letter X. When you hit the letter X on your keyboard, it X changes. Look at the bottom of my toolbar. It X changes the two paint chips, bringing the dark color, the lights off color, to the front. So I always play this game by holding my left hand over the letter X. Now, the bracket keys will change my brush size. Left bracket reduces, right bracket increases. And I'm not painting on the art, you'll see those extra frames there. No, I'm painting on the mask. I just want you to see that, because if you start painting and you see blackness, you're painting on the art, not the mask, not the layer mask, not the eraser layer. Here we go. All you have to do, since the top photo and the bottom photo, this is magic, is just start erasing. Oop. Start erasing with the brush, not the eraser tool. That explains it. Oh, because oh my gosh, when you paint with black, it looks like you're erasing. All you're doing is saying, hey, in that region, on this photo, lights out. I don't want to see it. And if I zoom up, Command plus, or on the PC, Control plus, instead of just changing the brush size with bracket, if I hold the Shift key and Shift bracket, it actually changes the brush hardness, the brush edges. And I'm going to use that to get some nice, tight outpainting here. Now, you can do this very carefully, or not. Look, it's not very careful. Nobody knows what the original looked like. I'm erasing. Okay, I'm going to go back to a soft edge brush, Shift bracket, left softens, right, and I'm going to paint this edge over here. Oh shoot, what have I done? I've erased my wife's foot. Hit the light switch, X. Now it's lights on. I'm painting with white paint, lights on, and I can add it back. It never destroys a pixel. Now there might be some areas where I'm going to use my lasso tool, lay some rope out. Just going to lay some rope out here on this corner. And I will paint with white inside that stencil. And it all comes back. We've already learned that trick. There it is. I don't know if you timed it. In real time, it's five minutes or less. So there you go. That's one use of that technique. You use it to erase things. Give me just an idea here. What if I had a bride and groom, or a soldier and his wife, and he's getting ready to go to, I don't know, the war zone, and she's saying goodbye, and you're their photographer, and she's standing there with the baby reaching her arm out, and you want it to look like he's moving, he's blowing away. What you do, you sit him on top of a step ladder. He's sitting on the step ladder, and you do this technique to remove the step ladder. It looks like he's just blowing away from her. How sad. But they'll be reunited. Okay? You can use this technique for so many things. I'm going to close this file. I'm back in Bridge, and I want to show you some more examples of this. Okay, I use it all the time. A multiple shot. These are just multiple images layer masked. Here's my sons. I've only got one son, but there are 7 of them, if you count the one behind bars. Same trick. Here I am wrestling me. I won. And if you look very carefully, you see Mini-Me back in the back, reflecting off the table. He rooted for me. My daughter, hey, let's play. Right? It's a very simple thing. 1, 2, 3 images in Bridge, Tools, oh honey, yes dear, load files into Photoshop layers. Photoshop always says he's busy. Look, Ma, no hands. Photoshop and Bridge are communicating, and I'm going to get 3 photographs stacked one on top of the other. This is your homework. I want you to produce one of these. Just do 2 images. Take a picture of you on one side of the sofa and take another picture of you on the other side of the sofa or the bed or in the room. Only use 2. Just make sure that your bodies in the photos don't overlap. It will make this easier. On my top photo, I'm going to hide it. There's one in the middle. There she is on the side, right? I'm going to start with just 2. I'm just going to start with 2 and take the middle image. See, I've hidden the top. Add a layer mask. Get my paintbrush, large. Paint with a black lights out. And I want to say lights out over here on that photo. Now what is happening? This middle photo is saying lights out. But it's letting the other photo underneath it show through in that hole you just erased. That's the photo underneath showing up. Now, I got to do the same thing to the top photo. The top photo gets a layer mask. And what do I have to erase? All of this stuff to her left, which reveals the 2 photos below. We're done. 5 minutes or less, or you're working too hard. That's a layer mask. Now, I use layer masks on almost everything I do, but I'm about to change gears and show you something called blend modes. Really cool, and I utilize this to combine photos in something I call mix tricks. You could say they're mix tricks. When you mix 2 photos for an artistic effect. Again, I've got one photo, this time of my son, lying on top of this aspen tree image of mine. It's nice, but it's not what I want. The top layer is highlighted. There are only 2 steps to this trick, and it is so simple. So we're going to write down mix tricks. We're utilizing blend modes. Let me show you where they're located. Blend modes are right here, where this word says normal. Those are the blend modes. It's a way to blend 2 photos magically using different math with each time. I don't care about the math. I'll know it when I see it. So I'm going to highlight the first layer. Here's step 1. Step 1 on 2 steps. Step 1, highlight that layer. Hit the letter V on your keyboard. Tap the letter V. Don't ask me why. Just hit the letter V. Then hold the Shift key and hit the plus. Shift plus. Plus again. Plus again. Plus it. Just keep hitting, holding Shift plus 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 until you make a sound. Ooh, I just made a sound. When you make a sound, it's because you like something that you just saw. And I look over and it looks like I liked, at least this time, a blend mode called overlay. Because when you're doing Shift plus plus plus, it cycles through 26 blend modes. If you go too far, Shift minus 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 will come backward. That's it. That's how you do the mix tricks. Hey, but look at the bottom of this image. Look at the bottom right here. I can see that hard edge. Then that photo gets a mask. I get my paint brush, which is how you use a layer mask, and you paint with black paint, which is lights out. Nice big soft brush will blend that edge together. Ta-da! Gosh, this is so cool. I think I want to sign it. So now I'm going to teach you how to make a custom brush. I found a doctor's signature, and I'm going to use that as a watermark. Here's how you do it. Take a picture of it with your phone. I did it with a Sharpie marker. Take a picture with your phone. Bring it into Photoshop and select it. Black on white. Select it, and as it's selected, edit menu, so easy. Define brush preset. That's how Adobe spells, hey, save this as a brush tip. Save this as a brush tip. And you do, and you give it a name, and you close the file. You don't need it anymore. And now when you're in your brushes, if you go down to the bottom, I clicked on this little arrowhead where my brushes are found, and if you go to the bottom, you're going to find the brush you just made. It's the signature. And I would really like to paint on top of my artwork, on the artwork, or I can make my own new layer and protect the others. New layer. It's like another clear piece of plastic overlaying the others so that I can not drag but just click my brush and there's a signature. And because it's on its own layer, I can get my move tool. And earlier when you hit the letter V and I said don't ask me why, it's because the letter V is shortcut for the move tool. And if you're doing those blend mode mix tricks and you're not in the move tool, then it runs the blend modes through your brushes and not through your layers, and you'll get in trouble. So that's why I hit V first and then Shift +++. There we go, move tool. Since my signature's on another layer, I can move it anywhere I want. Also, since it's on its own layer, I can take the opacity, and you'll notice that when I get up close on opacity, instead of typing or pulling, look at this trick. When you get near the word opacity, you get an arrow through your finger. Ouch, it looks painful. And the word opacity itself becomes the slider. Watch. I'm dragging over the word opacity. It becomes the slider. That's it. Layer masks are erasers. Blend mode are mixers. Make a custom brush for a signature, a watermark if you want. Just do it, take a picture of it, select it, and define it as a brush preset. You're done with week 2. Your homework. See if you can rewind this and watch this and see if you can take 2 photos of you, use a tripod, and erase part of you in one photo only. The top photo, add a layer mask, erase it by painting with a brush with black paint with lights off. Lights off. Lights on. Watch your bonus videos.